You actually are not lit books.
Yes. Hello, I am Crazy AZ. We are in the same room talking through the same mic, but are indeed two separate people.
He also just waved at the screen, so you just got a wave and you didn't even know it.
I've been exposed. Alrighty. We should be starting here very, very soon. And yeah, expecting another set of solid plateaus from these runners. And, hopefully they've saved the best for last and are going to come through with some very strong castles and some close set of fights.
Mm-hmm.
Castle really has been the determining factor on these last two races. We have of course had some deaths and calamity, but those have always been by the runner in the back. So the determining factor really has been who has had the cleaner castle. And honestly, in the case of Coensi last run, really just sort of poor luck on the BLSS turning into a loaded gate. So yeah, both our runners going to bring their A game here, and we will see what happens.
And for the Raiders who just came in, this is our winners bracket quarterfinals. So neither of these runners will be eliminated tonight. One of whoever loses will go down to losers bracket and have a couple more races there. While whoever wins will go on to the semis for the winners bracket.
Absolutely.
Oh look, Coensi started at the right time today. This time.
Yes, it did not ultimately matter last race, but it is generally a good idea to start your game when the timer says go to save as many seconds as possible. Get to experience this beautiful little intro here for the third time. It really gives you the authentic any % experience.
Mm-hmm.
You finish a run or you reset a run, and you get to watch this nice little minute 7 again. Where Zelda tells you to wake up. And that we do, and sprint right on over to the Sheikah slate. Got our underwear on. That's all we're gonna wear this entire run.
Lovely.
Mm-hmm. Hey, it's beautiful and sunny outside. That's all you need.
You're going to the snow.
True, but you just run fast.
Oh yeah.
It's not like we almost end up on the verge of death.
Imagine that's actually what happened in real life. It's like if you went outside and you stayed. What is the cold timer?
It's 10 seconds for half a heart.
What if you died after like 2 minutes?
That would be scary. I mean, I guess there's some amount of weather for which that is true.
But not much.
Luckily, humans don't really experience that all that often. It's not somewhere where you can casually walk through a gateway and end up that cold.
Okay. Unfortunately, Daniel is having a bit of trouble.
Does manage to get out. We'll see. Boko's shield worked for him last run. I suspect he will go for it again and make up a little bit of that time.
Coffee, that's just how ZSR has decided to time their races. It's a bit more consistent for just races in particular.
It's just for starting it, really. Both runners can hit new game at the same time. But for the leaderboard timing, there's some really small variation in that initial cutscene. And so given that there's any variation at all, the leaderboard opts to start timing from when we first gain control of Link. But it's on the order of less than a second. So for these races, just for the ease of starting both runners at the same time, we start from new game. As a result, we when comparing the times in these races to times on the leaderboard, you want to subtract 1 minute and 7 seconds from these times, which will give you a good sense of where that run would rank on the leaderboard.
Again, Daniel's going for a Boko Shield. Hopefully it works out just as well as it did last race. He had a very clean Boko Shield. Ooh.
Oh, Coensi. Okay, interesting. Gets sniped. I'm pretty sure he did not pick up any backup food last run, but didn't have any issues. One of the upsides of going to the pot lid route is that it gives you some opportunities to pick up the backup food, but that one mushroom was not enough. Both of our runners having kind of a weird time at that Boko camp, but Daniel makes off a little better than Coensi did.
He even killed the Boko.
Yeah, well, the Boko died in the fire.
Yeah. Boko, if you don't stand in the fire, it's gonna kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Bit of a weird stasis, but
yeah, neither one of our, yeah. I guess the Bokos have now seen this 3 times today, and it makes sense that they're a little more prepared this time.
yeah. Well, except the one just stood in the fire. I don't know if that's prepared.
Fair enough. They did force him to do some weird acrobatics over the fire to avoid getting shot. Regardless, both our runners now grabbing the stasis rune and looking to complete the first of our 4 shrines on plateau. That Boko was on fire, you might say.
Oh my gosh. Go somewhere else. I can't allow you to be like sitting right next to me.
This is interesting. So I was curious about this. Daniel's... Oh, never mind. Yeah, the Boko shield, obviously, one of the big trade-offs is the durability is much lower than the pot lid. I don't think he lost any durability at the Boko camp with the shield jump, but it was sort of awkward.
Matter at that point?
You not having to do a durability cancel is time, and also just, one less sort of thing you have to keep track of. Getting our amiibos here. Amiibos have been fairly nice the last couple of runs. Haven't been notably bad, at least. Hope that maintains. But could potentially provide a little bit of evening up between our 2 runners who are not that far apart, or potentially make that gap a little wider. Both our runners just mashing through this text here. Automatically know the fastest text boxes. This would look like a pretty solid scan from Daniel. Oh, did he get a despawn? That's annoying. Regardless, manages to get all the fish he needs in 2 scans, so... And it looks like Coensi will as well. So, yes. Again, amiibos doing their part. Nothing, like, notably fantastic, but not getting in the way for sure.
I don't know if you guys can hear that, but sorry, the kitten is snoring.
Ooh. Okay. Nope. Daniel then not even going to be able to take that BTB.
Yeah.
Noticed a little too early. And Coensi gonna look to get ahead on this.
Mm-hmm.
And does. Nice fall damage cancel there, and yeah. Daniel, okay, does manage to get there. Slightly on the later end of when you can bullet time, but
Yeah.
that bullet time is much more forgiving than any of the other BTBs we do in this run.
What a weird like headshot BTB. I didn't know he saw that. Like bounced off his head.
Both runners opting for the ESC and pulling them off quite nicely. It's not always how ESCs go, but when they go that way, you take it, and you are happy that you have saved 7 seconds over a traditional clip. Neither of our runners have been going for the cryo wall jump in here. It's a pretty small time save strat.
I don't know, to be it just like kind of comes and goes. It's like sometimes I think in it and sometimes I don't. I think if I'm talking to other people, it comes out.
I would agree. Yeah. All right. Nice cryo skip there from Coensi, and Daniel does manage to get the skip this time, and will be not far behind.
Yeah.
Last run, both of our runners managed to get good BTBs, but Coensi benefited from an unloaded. We will see what the case is here. Mag BTB is definitely a sort of pivotal point in these runs, particularly in races. It can be a place that marks the first real separation between our runners. It looks like a good BTB there from Coensi. Interesting that both of our runners go for slate storage. I personally like it, but it is not favored by all. And nice BTB there by Daniel too. So yeah, we will see. It won't get unloaded, and
unfortunately,
not for Coensi, but it does match land all the way at the shrine. Daniel, this could be a potential place to really even it out. Oh my goodness!
That was so
that was a
weird.
very high height to do the slate storage from, but it still works out. You can do it from too high and die, because if Link doesn't fall all the way to the ground in the time it takes to do the little storage animation, then the fall damage is no longer active.
Still extremely close.
Yeah, very close. Both our runners really getting pretty equivalent BTBs there.
No, after like the 6th time, or how many times have we seen this cutscene?
In this run?
Well, no. I mean, over the past couple, like, 2 hours.
I mean, over the course of these races, right, we need to see it 4 times from each runner. So this is the third round. So, falling in the water there for Daniel. That's
definitely not optimal.
No, not optimal. Link, running is always better than swimming.
Also, like, Link just does not want to like get out of that little river.
Yeah, the climb up is a little funky.
Okay, just get stuck there. You're like, excuse me, please.
Yeah, slate storage is a somewhat, it's a weird trick. It definitely can be done consistently, but the whole like swinging while going up a slope kind of thing is like the kind of input that is just kind of odd. The fact that you're requiring yourself on not to like do these inputs fast while also at a certain point in the map geography is a little different from other tricks we have. Oh, Coensi mistiming the jump there.
That's
And
going to be
yeah,
interesting.
gonna try and back it up anyway. That's not gonna work, and that's managed to get a BTB of kind, but not one going in
That's a
a good direction.
significant time loss.
Yeah, that'll be, I guess generally about 40 seconds of time loss, if you sort of just fail at first try and immediately run. Daniel again having some issues with the skew, but the success on that BTB does put him well ahead.
That's quite unfortunate for you, Coensi.
Yeah, that just I think it's one of those odd things that I think most of the runners have sort of encountered at some point where you're unsure whether to try and jump before the Boko has thrown his barrel or to wait until after, and you can sort of it can be easy to poorly time it such that you should have jumped before and you realize your slight delay has now put you when the Boko is throwing the barrel. Unfortunately, gonna cost Coensi quite a bit of time.
I'm struggling to get in. There we go. Oh,
Daniel
gamer.
going for gamer wimp bomb. Interesting that choosing to mix it up from last run where he did not go for it, despite having the bigger lead this time. But he simply might not know that, and feels like this is the final race to put in the best he's got, and therefore might as well go for the gamer wimp bomb. Does not get it, but did it fast enough that there's really not much time loss. It still successfully skips pretty much the whole puzzle for the shrine.
Oh, you can Coensi as well.
Wow, both of our runners, yeah. Going.
Oh,
Nicely done
we
there.
go.
This is there. Coensi, had a little more reason to go for that. Obviously, not the travel to bombs that you would hope for. So, managing to get gamer win bomb is a little bit of a time save to make up for that. Could imagine that he realizes he needs to go a little riskier at this point to make up for that mistake. And yeah, both of our runners have now messed up a BTB on this plateau. So not as clean as we've seen from them in the past, but could easily be some nerves once you've gone to this this third game after two very close matches. Daniel will be the first to finish the plateau here.
A little bit slower than the past two races, but
yeah, this is gonna be more of a high 15, maybe very low 16. Yeah, so right there, I guess like a very high 15 basically from our leaderboard timing. Coensi,
much better tree launch this time.
Be quiet. We all know how the last one went with him falling through the roof, but yes, does manage to land on the roof this time.
Okay, hopefully Daniel can also get Castle BTB first try.
Yes, this trick has caused him some trouble, and this time, yeah, looking good. So this is Daniel's first race to get the first try Castle BTB, and puts him at a solid lead going into the real second half of this run. Coensi gonna take. What just happened there?
Probably just need to reload the page.
Something weird just happened on our view of Coensi's stream. Will give us a sec to
mouse. Thank you. I'm just gonna take a quick reload ourselves. Oh wow! Daniel's in look at that. He's gone through the gate.
Nice, good job of getting the unloaded castle gate there. With Coensi only a little bit behind.
Looks like we're having a bit of synchronizing issues.
Should be fine now.
I don't know. He just went back a bit.
Coensi coming in a little low on stamina, but should be enough to get there.
Nice.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully the gate is not loaded in. That would be brutal.
Please.
Oh, it does manage to avoid the loaded gate. Ooh.
Ooh.
That is lucky. Getting a loaded gate would have been a very brutal time loss at that point. Personally, as a commentator, getting to see the pronouns is very helpful. That way I know how to refer to someone when commentating.
We don't need to do that here.
Alrighty, Daniel. Last run had a very good out of bounds segment, but did struggle in the first race. So look, ultimately fine. Yeah, maybe a little lower than your safest win bomb, but will do. And managed to get that second one. So we'll get the benefits of the faster out of bounds route. Oh, and Coensi is going to break out the 3 ancient arrow route.
What?
In an attempt to catch up, I guess. That seems like an interesting choice to me.
Yeah.
Just given the, going with something that you haven't been running before.
Yeah.
It's potentially going to cost you more time than it will save, but, if he feels confident doing it, it is certainly a way to try and make up some time, so... Pulled off very well, and yeah.
Yeah, except for that clip, that was pretty clean.
Yeah.
Right, where's the moblin? There it is.
Just taking a little bit to load in. And Daniel, looking like a good wind blight there. Or wind blight skip, I should say.
Ooh, spicy.
A bunch of extra arrows there for Coensi.
But did you say for 3 inch arrow, you don't really want that?
Yeah, I mean, at the point that you're breaking open those pots, it matters less. Anyways, because you already have to do some menuing for the arrows. Coensi gonna really make sure to get the wind blight skip here, as missing it would be
pretty much a death now. He'd have to wait for Daniel to basically mess up.
Yes, indeed. Well, Daniel is in the driver's seat here, but we have had 2 calamity deaths in the last 2 races, and so a poorly timed death here would makes this basically anyone's race. I mean, obviously you'd rather be Daniel at the moment, but by no means over.
Definitely. Nice phase 1.
Daniel really a blight ahead here, both of them starting the second phase of their respective blight. Oh, one hit short of.
That's annoying.
Yeah, Fireblade gets up early there. Well, oh, kind of a funky. I guess Coensi must have missed the headshot again on Waterblight. I did not see it happen, but that backup suggests it did. Daniel with a nice clean Thunderblight phase 1.
That's a nice snipe in the air.
And we're still maintaining the sort of one blight distance, one blight lead for Daniel. See if Coensi can manage to get the one cycle on Fireblight that Daniel did not.
Ooh.
Oh, that was awkward. That's a much worse missed arrow shot, or missed boomerang.
Oh gosh.
Oh my. Well.
Hopefully. Everything
Okay, nice recovery there.
Wow, I'm impressed. That the fact that he got the broken shield is very impressive.
Yeah. Wow. And well, and also just having the having sort of the mental fortitude to in that moment come up with the proper counter.
Yeah.
I do think throwing the boomerang there would have worked as well, but maybe just didn't want to risk it getting blocked by one of those electric posts.
Mm. Okay, well, it all comes down to this.
Goes and picks up that backup shield. Smart choice. Got to try and protect this lead.
Yeah. Alright, it really comes down to this fight is pretty scripted, but it does rely on headshots.
And some well-timed arrow parries.
Yeah, arrow parries.
Laser parries.
Well.
Okay. Again, yeah, the wall there. Okay, but does manage to knock him down. Nice job on the headshots. Waiting for that laser. Alright. Ooh, yeah, Daniel struggled a little bit on these parries.
Yeah. He's like consistently failed the first one.
But does manage to get the second.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Coensi gaining with a so far cleaner phase 1. He's managed to avoid the wall. Okay.
Interesting.
There we go. Ooh.
Wow.
Oh, you can't eat that.
Well,
but
he got
manages to
it.
get the parry anyways.
Oh,
nice. Yeah. The worry there being that if Daniel had gotten another one of those sort of imperfect parries, that would have been a death. But wow, good, nicely done there to pull it out anyways.
That was quite funny.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Coensi getting a wall, which
pretty much seals his fate.
Yeah. Oh, except wait, Daniel here is about to run out of attack up.
Oh gosh.
Which adds a fun little wrinkle. He should be fine, but
Gosh. Oh, Coensi.
Oh, Coensi dies.
Unfortunate.
All right. And Daniel succeeds in finishing off despite the sort of limping over the finish line there. Very close race.
Fortunate.
Fortunately, that almost certainly does it. As we sort of talked about last race, take 2 deaths here in Dark Beast for Coensi to catch up, and I think Daniel is probably gonna avoid those deaths. This is essentially a glorified cutscene here. There's nothing you can really do to speed up this fight. Just shoot the targets as fast as they show up. There's some fun little audio cues that you can use to try and shoot them fast, like as on the same frame they show up. But yeah, it saves fractions of a second.
trying to improve your Dark Beast Gold.
Dark Beast Gold is a very prestigious thing. Props to Coensi for sticking out, doing these fights again.
Yeah.
Daniel missing a shot there, which, I mean, is how you lose some time on this, but it's really not gonna be enough to offset the number of fights that Coensi is having to get through.
Coensi knows as well. He's doing weird backflip things.
Does manage to get a cleaner water plate than his first attempt, though.
This is such a cat jam.
Yes, the music in Dark Beast is very good.
If you haven't done this, go look up the Dark Beast theme on YouTube and get yourself some good headphones. And I promise you'll enjoy it.
And with this final shot,
GG's.
GG's to Daniel. Race well run. Time 30:01, so beating out the time he posted last race by like 9 seconds. That's some good consistency there. Very solid time. And yeah, that will win him this best of 3. Coensi here getting some, you know,
funky.
Adding some insult to injury from Thunderblight, giving him a weird pattern.
Still manages to get a relatively clean first phase.
Yeah. Alrighty, Coensi, we're pushing for you. Let's see a nice finish here.
Remember, Coensi actually is not out of this tournament. He is going down to losers bracket, and we'll face, who's he facing? Altexo versus Piston.
Not quite actually. There's a match in between there. So
oh really?
It's whoever Wool Hike Song beats.
Oh okay.
Or well, no, Wool Hike Song versus winner of Piston and Altexo.
Okay.
The winner of that will face Coensi. We're a little lagging behind in that section of the tournament. But yes, Coensi is not out. Simply the end of his winner's bracket campaign. But the beauty of this tournament is that even from loser's bracket, you can come back and win the whole thing.
Which is what happened last year.
That is. In fact, I believe the last 2 years have both had the ultimate victor coming out of the loser's bracket. So still a fighting chance. Very nice clean first phase here from Coensi.
Alright. Hopefully the second phase goes better for him. Nope.
Oh, another wall. Brutal.
So unfortunate.
Calamity has unfortunately been winning today. We saw death in each of our rounds. So Calamity is 3-3 on the day, which is a bad day to be a speedrunner.
Yeah.
But it happens.
Yes, indeed.
Nice looking stun lock here. And with just a few more spins, Coensi will be on to Dark Beast himself. Nicely done.
Yeah.
Coensi taking some practice shots at Dark Beast. See if Coensi knows that the pre-fire timings to get some frame perfect shots.
Does he have to move on?
Not quite.
What do you have to move on again? Is it moving up?
Yeah, most runners move when Zelda says Luminu, in order to, that just sort of ensures that Dark Beast doesn't really turn.
Yeah.
If Dark Beast turns while Link is riding around to the side, kind of annoying, and can take a little longer to get in position to take the shots. Two shots to go.
Excuse me.
So yeah, this has been an excellent set of races from our two runners.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as Coensi finishes up here, we're going to invite them both in for a quick interview and get their thoughts. We will see.
Okay.
They both are welcome to join for interviews, but it is by no means mandatory.
You would rather not. You do not have to.
Yes.
Which they know this.
But yeah, like we said, both of our runners still have tournament left to them. We would love to get their thoughts both on these matches they've just run and what they are thinking about going into these later rounds. Oh, Coensi gonna take things out on the horse.
No!
Oh.
How dare he! Serves you right.
Alright. Attempting a little fun wind bomb here.
Gonna lag stop. GG's. Even though you killed the horse.
Alright, GG's.
Alright, if either of you would like to come in for interviews, we'd love to have you.
GG's to Coensi.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
GG's. Hi,
Welcome
Coensi.
in, Coensi.
Hello.
Oh.
How are you?
Thank you. Yeah, so I'm doing it's really I had yeah. What I'm trying to say is I had a lot of fun, even though I lost. It was really fun to race against Daniel, and thanks to Daniel for the race.
Yeah, thank you for the race.
Yeah, thanks for giving us an entertaining one. You played very well, and your tournament is not over yet.
Yeah, I don't think we know who I'm facing against next, but I'm pretty sure it's either Long, Piston, or Altaxo. So
Yeah, that is right.
That's gonna be fun.
Absolutely will be. Welcome in, Daniel. GG's on your races.
GG, Daniel.
Were some pretty close races.
They were indeed.
Yeah,
I was
unfortunately,
right.
those Ganon has been a killer today.
Absolutely, yeah. Ganon was taking names today, but y'all did a great job of bouncing back from those. Any highlights that you want to either one of you want to bring up?
The only thing I would bring up is I'm kinda, the second race is the only one I'm kinda sad about, because I beat my plateau PB.
Oh,
And
really?
I was like 30 seconds ahead of my PB, and then it just went downhill from there. So that was very stupid. I mean,
GG's
in the
on
end,
Plat
it was my
TV.
fault. Thank you. But
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's could have been at least a 27 if I played okay.
Mm-hmm. Hey, well, you can play to that level, and hopefully you achieve that soon.
I hope
Coensi,
so too.
you had a very good first race too, right? You said that was
Yeah.
close to a PB.
It was 10 seconds off PB.
GG.
Amazing.
When is
Did we lose Quincy?
It's all good.
it X or something?
Unfortunately, you're cutting out a little bit there, but yeah, GG's on a race will run. You're back now. It sounds.
Yeah, I should be back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what you missed, but
You were saying something about it being within 10 seconds of PB.
yeah, it was within 10 seconds of PB, so a sub 28:30, which for me is amazing for a race.
Oh, absolutely.
Fantastic. Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic.
Mm-hmm. We noticed you opted to go for the 3 ancient arrow route as a change up in your final race. You want to give a little bit of thoughts on that decision making there?
Yeah, I just know both. I prefer the 6 ancient arrow one because Calamity is easier. I have a little strat for races that is slow but gives you a guaranteed laser. So I do it because it's super consistent, which you can't do with 3 ancient arrows. But on the last one, I was I'm behind, and unless Daniel dies to Calamity, which I felt to be very, very unlikely, I should probably just go as fast as possible, and I know the route, so might as well.
Makes sense.
Yeah, very, very sound decision making there. Daniel, you also went for a slightly different strat on the last race. You decided to go for the gamer win bomb. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I just wanted to see if I could have got it. I don't know why I'm getting. Well, sometimes I am really consistent with gamer win bomb, and then there are some days that I cannot get it either one time. So yeah, I just decided to go for it because it's the last race. I want to go as fast as possible. So, but
Makes sense.
Yeah, good.
And also Boko Shield that I went for, it was really good.
That was
At least I didn't die. I didn't die to Bokos. So yeah, the second one was scary because
yeah, absolutely. Gotta risk it sometimes to get those time saves in these runs.
With the biscuit.
Indeed. Yeah.
Any last thoughts from you all?
No, well, keep practicing, I guess. I don't know who's my next opponent. It will be between Tapira and Player 5, I think.
Ooh, that'll be a fun one.
Yeah. Yes, well, good luck to you on the rest of your coming to the end of the winners bracket campaign. You've made the winners bracket finals, and Yeah, sounds good. Keep up the practice. Coensi, you noted that your match is also not quite known yet, but hey, you're not out. You made it very far in the winners bracket, and
Yeah.
any things you're thinking about going into the losers bracket?
Like I'm still just amazed that I made it this far. Like I honestly thought I would be out within like 3 rounds at least, both winners and losers bracket. So it
GG's
turned
to
out to
you.
be much better than I thought it would be.
Yay, fantastic.
Absolutely. Well, yeah. Congrats on making it as far as you did, and we look forward to watching you try and go even further.
Thank you.
With that, I guess, any last thoughts? Otherwise, we'll wrap it up. Sounds not. Well, yeah. Thank you to both our runners, GG's, for putting on an excellent match. Thank you to Vivo for stepping in and calming for us while we had some weather difficulties. And thank you, Litbooks, for co-commentating with me. And thank you to VXR for restreaming this match.
All right, and yeah, that'll be it for us here. Tonight we have the OTR Freaky Friday race. That's still, restream's still TBD, depending on volunteers. We'll see if we can get that in tonight. It'll be at 7 p.m. Eastern. And then for stuff that's coming up this weekend, I'll post the link to the schedule in the chats. So yeah, this will be it for us here. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good rest of your day.